all right, wonderful people. All right, great people. Mazi, can you hear me sound and clear? Mazi, Paul, actually, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Yeah, I can hear you.
Good, good, very, very good. I think as I just enter live, things are normal. You can also mute your mic once again. You can also mute your mic once again. Um, I want to see to check also the platform that is available to us here so that I can be able to add other ones. And at the same time, I want to tell the great people of Biafra on the delay. Um, our, we are apologizing to you all for the delay because we are trying to add some things, and this app that we have is a new app. We have to set some things up, and our brother, it will soon join us. Whenever I see his red button, of course, I'm going to bring him in. We are going to discuss a lot of things today. Let me also check. We are already in extension. We are already in extension. I want to see other places. Maz, are you listening to me? Okay, great people of Biafra, the freedom fighters, the lovers of freedom, great people. You are all welcome once again in the name of Chukwu Okike Abiamapuru Ihe Niile. And I want you people to understand that what we are going to preach today is something different. There is a lot of things going on in Biafra land today that we are going to talk about. There's a lot. Just give me some minutes. Yes, great people. Mazi, are you there, please?
Of course.
Okay. As you are joining, please don't hesitate to invite your friends, invite your family, invite your loved one to come, because we want to, there is some things that is going on today in Biafra land that we are going to discuss. And I would like you all to tag so-called Igbo governors. It's very, very important we tag Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. At the same time, we have to tag also the Pandef, because there's some things that is going on today that we don't even understand what our representatives are doing today. Because there's something about them. Tomorrow they will come out and begin to tell you, we don't know when they started this. When they were balkanizing our land, dividing us and ruling us, all this Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, they were there when they were putting our land in Benue. They were there when they were dividing us. They couldn't say anything. As time goes on now, our people have become northern people. And there's another one that is coming up now, because that is why we're here to talk about it. We can never allow this thing to happen to our people. But I would like to introduce myself and also my comrade to introduce himself before we are going to talk about this issue. Because we want people to understand that these people have been pushing us and they don't want us to survive. But we are here to survive. Like I said, go and tag Peter Obi, one Nigerianist. I want you people to go and tag Ohaneze Ndi Igbo. one Nigerianist. I want you to tag Soludo, one Nigerianist. I want you to tag Peter Mban, one Nigerianist. Also, I want you people to also tag this hopeless, also the Abuja made governor that is today killing our people or buying our people in our land. I want you people to go and tag them. And I want you all also to go and tag the coastal region, their representatives in coastal region of Biafra. Go and tag all of them because they have to hear about this. They must to hear about this because there's adage in our place said that now but let me introduce myself, please. All right, wonderful people, freedom fighters, lovers of freedom, great people all over the world. My name is Mazi Okenna Okechukwu, known as the Biafran child in Washineke. The General. I am IPOB media personnel. You are welcome to IPOB media panel. Of course, one of our brothers is going to join us also. Like I always tell my people, I always make my stand known to every one of you because I know that we have a lot of people so gullible, they can't even reason at all. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the highest commander, the highest authority, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and the director of Radio Biafra / Biafran Television, where we are now. We are on frequency. But as it stands today, Mazi Chike Doziem is the one in charge on absence of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi, please, I would like you to introduce yourself. Then we move forward, please.
One, and I hear from Omo is in Ayamelum local government, Omambala province, Biafra land. And we are not here to entertain you. We are not here to make you laugh. We are not here to smile or for you to tell you what you want to hear. No. We are here to tell you what you need to hear. That thing you must hear is what we are here to tell you. And I can guarantee you and assure you that everything we are going to say here will be the truth and the right directions. We will not mislead you nor tell you what is not in existence. We say it the way it is without fear of favor. We are not here to look at your face or to have your contact. We are here for the future of our unborn children and the future of our children. And above all, what legacy are we going to leave for tomorrow? What are we going to leave for our children to remember us with? Because our ancestors today, we are proud of them. And we are saying our ancestors because they leave a legacy for us. It is time for us to leave our own legacy to be remembered when we join our ancestors or when we become the ancestors to our children. So I must tell you to invite your friends and families because we are going to learn a lot from this very program you are watching. And I will urge you to share it and invite the rest of including the enemies, most especially the Oduduwas, the Yorubas, which they are the same, and the Fulanis with their paymasters. Invite them so that we educate them and tell them their mistakes and their errors on their face. Thank you, and remember blessed. Thank you, the General, for bringing me. I really appreciate, and I also acknowledge the leadership of IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and also every other person that is doing wonderful work towards Biafra restoration. I acknowledge you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Paul Achebe. Mazi Paul Achebe, whenever you finish, please, I want you to mute your mic. And whenever you want to start talking, also at the same time, unmute your mic. Thank you. Great people of Biafra, there is some things that is going on today in Biafra land. I have already muted from here, Mazi Paul Achebe. It's okay, I can mute you and also at the same time unmute you. The great people of Biafra, I wanted to bring this this post on this platform, but it's very hard for me to bring it out. So I want you people to see this particular, it's a book. It's a book. It's a new book. They call it a Fundamental of Civic Education for Basic 8 USS2 or GSS2. I don't know what they put there. We want to talk about this book because some of you that don't know how they start ruling us and dividing us, that is what we want to clear here. And that is what I'm saying, that every one of you should go and tag the whole governors and Igbo representatives. You should tag them so that they won't say they don't know about this. Because they won't even do anything for us to live as people. Today, as it stands today, Igbo man is not occupying any position in that contraption called Daminebu Zoo. But tomorrow they will come and tell you that we are one people. That there is a way they do things. I want you people to go and call P2B, because P2B is there fighting for the mandate that they have already stolen away from him. But there is some things that is about to spoil. Obi won't talk about it at all. Soludo is there chasing shadow. Are we talking about the one in Imo State that is the commander of Killer Squad that is maiming our people, buying our people every single day? I want you people to go and call them. To be in case if they said that they don't know about this book, we are going to explain this book to our people because they have begun to put us in a mess. But let me start my preamble like this. Before I will read some article from that book, you people will understand how they are pushing us. They are pushing us. They don't want us to survive. I want our people to understand this, that we never conquered anybody before. That is something I want you people to understand about our history. I want to start from 1902. During the time that the British people wanted to, take over Biafra land. We fought them for 20 years. We fought British people for complete 20 years. Eri, Aguleri, Umuleri. We fought these people for complete 20 years. But do you know that the British people couldn't conquer us? But after they saw that they could not win the war, they came up again with another strategy. And what is that strategy? That was, if I'm not mistaken, that was 1916 or 1906. That is when they brought what they call warrant chiefs. Do you know how they defeated the Biafran people? How they be able to conquer us today? That is the history that I'm telling you. Because during the time we fought the British people, they first came through Calabar to conquer our people. We fought them for complete 20 years in 1902. Now, are you people understanding what I'm saying? Because they are now about to change the story that we conquered people. So after we fought them, they see that they could not conquer us. They come with a new strategy called, warrant chiefs. They now penetrate us by using the warrant chiefs to sell our own people during slave trade. That is why Arochukwu failed. Arochukwu failed when they accepted warrant chief, because they used that warrant chiefs to sold our people in a slave trade. If you people never heard about this history, I want you people to go back to that history and see how Arochukwu failed. When they first came in 1902 to conquer us, we fought them for 20, we fought British people for 20 years. But when Arochukwu accepted the warrant chief, begin to trade with the British people and Europeans to sold our people on slave trade, that is when the downfall of Arochukwu came. And that is how they conquered us today. And that is how we become slaves today in Nigeria. if it's like we stand on our ground by not accepting what we don't know. Because we begin to praise, we begin to worship their own gods, begin to believe on them. That is when the mighty Arochukwu failed and they conquered us. That is how we become, how we amalgamated. The Rugard came to amalgamate us with these Fulanis that we don't know where they are coming from. Now, we all know in that contraption called Daminebu Zoo, Biafran people never conquered anybody. And I will give you people examples. When you come in that contraption, we have 3 regions according to the beginning of the amalgamation of that contraption. They said Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. When you go to northern part of Nigeria today, the Fulanis, after the Hausa people accepted Fulani, give them a way to come and settle in their land, Fulani conquer them and make all of them to speak Hausa. The same thing happened in the West, in Yoruba Oduduwa. If you go back to the history of Yoruba Oduduwa, they are not speaking the same language. But they forced them by all of them speaking the same language. That is also conquer. But some of you don't know. When it comes in eastern region of that contraption, which is Biafran people, we allow our brothers and sisters. That is why today they are still using it against us. That some people are from coastal region. Why are they not speaking Igbo? Because the Igbo people never conquered anybody. They allow people to stay on their own. They allow people to practice their own dialect or their own language the way they feel like. And we also have to establish this because we know what they call democracy. That is why we could not conquer anybody. We can also impose it to them because as it stands today, there is no lie about it and you can never dispute it. Igbo speaking Biafra are more majority in numbers than other regions in Biafra land. So they can impose Igbo to them, but they allow everybody to do how they feel. But today now, do you know that Igbo people they did not even conquer people, their brothers, and they allow their brothers to speak their language. That is why you can go to coastal region today, you can hear a job. Even though in that 5 states they call Biafra, they call Igbo people. When you go to Abreba, they allow Abreba to speak their own way of Igbo. Even though in Imo State, there are some people in Imo State, when they speak, I don't even understand. They allow them to speak how they feel because we are free people. We don't want to conquer people. But as it stands today now, people from the West are now saying that we want to conquer them. Mazi Paul Ashebe, what do you have to say about this before I will read some lines before we will kick on this today's broadcast? Like I said, tag every Igbo governors, tag every Igbo representatives, tag Sorudom, tag all of them, tag P2B, tag them, let them come. Because this one is happening now. They will not tell us they don't know what is going on. Tomorrow, then we turn around and say that Igbo people conquered people in the West. Mazi Paul Ashebe, please, I want you to take over, please.
Thank you, my comrade. I really appreciate you. And once again, I thank you for this wonderful program. In the area of labeling the Igbos as an invaders, the problem the African people has is the history. We are lacking behind because there is no person or any school that is teaching the true history of Black person. And that is why you can see a lot of people coming up with a false history. Now, there is before I will go straight to this very issue, there is a role that the leaders of the Igbo tribe failed to play And that role they fail to play is to tell the true story of them, telling their children where the true story, how the Igbos came to exist. From there, you will see that all these false narratives will not be coming out. Now, given the false, I will call it a false allegation that Igbos are the invaders. Like you just say that we have Urobos and the Ishekiri that is speaking their language, and these people are minority. It will not take the Igbos anything to conquer them if the Igbos are truly the invaders, like the Yoruba did. When you check the whole Yoruba land, you will find out that they are speaking Yorubas. Even those that are not Yoruba, the Yoruba conquer them and force them to speak Yoruba. That is why you cannot see any language in the Southwest apart from the Yorubas. Because instead of them, what I found out is that they are now using their character to paint other people, to put their character, what they did, instead of coming out to tell the world, this is how we became the Yorubas. This is how we got this our language. This is how we made the whole Southwest to be speaking one language. We invaded them and we conquered them. We even impose the tradition to some of them. That is where you see some people answering Oba why they are not from Yorubas, because these are the areas where they conquered and they impose their tradition and their rulers to them. Now, instead of them, the Yoruba people, to tell the true story of what they did, they are now trying to paint it to the black. The same way the Europeans today, instead of them to tell the world and they talk the true narrative of their atrocities, they would like to put the black people to the bad areas, and they use the black people to cover their own atrocities. The same thing is applicable to the North. When you check the North, you see that most of the North speak Fulani and Hausas, because they conquered every other tribe there. At the beginning, they don't have one language, but these people conquered all those places. Now bring it down to the southeast, which in Odin they call it the Old Eastern region. You see that Old Eastern region, we have a lot of people speaking different language, because the majority of the people who own that Old Eastern region see everybody equal before every other things. We see it that it's of no use entering Urobo to conquer them. It's of no use to enter Ishekiri to conquer them. It's of no use to conquer Kalabari and the rest of them that speak different languages. We maintain and respect that very territory and that very brotherhood. We respect the humanity. We are not invaders, but because of hatred, because of the way they see the Igbos, they are afraid of the Igbos, and they are trying everything to bring them down in order to paint another story before them. I hope we have not entered the main book, because when we enter there is a lot of things. At that point, I will bring a lot of things out. I think I am just making a preamble of what we are about to say here, because the moment you will read out that article is when I will now bring out everything that our people needed to know. But what I am saying here is the Igbos are people that welcome everybody, and they don't change them. They don't try to make you behave like them. They allow you to be who you are. They want you to grow and become who you are. But what we the Igbos cannot tolerate or take is when other people who have committed atrocities, who have played a very bad roles, will now be portraying Igbos as the people that did what they did. That is what we the Igbos we will not take. And at this point, The leaders of Ndigbo will know the point to rise up. I will stop it here. I want you to read that very article so that it will permit us to go deep, and our people will understand the reason why we are speaking the way we are speaking. Thank you, the General.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you very much for this wonderful analysis on this. Mazi, I'm going to read some part of this. I call it story. I call it story, and I also call it a propaganda, a fabricated lies and concocted stories from the West, because what they are doing today, they just want to push us away. They don't want us to exist. But of course, we are going to exist. It does not matter. And I want you people to also understand, don't mind what the Facebook is doing. We are on frequency. Over 70 million of our people are listening. So it does not matter. When you tune Biafran television channel, well, of course, you are going to see us live on your screen, because what we are doing is different. We are unique. So I want to read this, and I'm going to read this particular place. We circle with a green pen. I want you people to see it. The book is out there, and I believe that they have already begun to push the book to people to use. And this book also we are published. Oh no, there's something I want to bring out here. I caption it. I want you people to give me just a minute. This book, where people that Mazi, do you have that book there? Because I make a screenshot. I don't know where it is now. Just give me some minutes. Just some minute, because that's a place that I want to let people understand. Those people that approve the book, because the book is already been approved. Yes, the book is already been approved. Man, some things you'll be looking for, some things it will disappear. I'm telling you, the thing disappear. Let me take the one I have here. I want to read the one I have here. The way I save it is already been, I don't know where can I find it. Okay, my great people, the woman, because this the history, the fake history that these people trying to bring out here, in a sense that the Igbo people were enslaving them, that they come as invasion. That is what they put here. And we are going to talk about this woman. The woman is Omoremi of Ife. They say it's Omoremi of Ife. Omoremi Ajasoro, as a popularly hailed from Offa. She lived in the 12th century. She was married to King Orun Ora Meyan of Ife, later Oyo. Now, but there's some place that I want us to pay very big attention, because we circle it up. According to the woman, in her days, there was a very serious problem in her community. The problem was the invasion by the Igbos, who always came to capture her people as slaves. That is the place that we want to pay attention, Mazi. Mazi, can you hear me sound? So according to the woman was saying that in her days, there's some Igbo people that are coming to invade them, and they will capture them, and now they will sell them as a slave. So my question is this, Maz, I want to ask you this, and according to what you said, we have already established that Igbo people never enslave anybody. We never impose any language to anybody. We never conquered people. We are the same people. We are only people that they are fighting every single day to conquer us. As it stands today in that contraption, Believe you me, they have already conquered the whole governors, the whole representatives in Igbo land. But now they are now bringing another propaganda for us to believe that Igbo went all the way. They did not conquer Ijo people, Isoko people, Ibibio people. Now they went to West for invasion and they begin to take their people for slave. Mazi, what do you have to talk about? What do you have to say about this book? Because we have to tell the world that we are not, involved in all this nonsense that they are pushing right now, because they want the world to see us as people, that they have already invaded some communities, according to Asari Dokubo. Maybe they are using with all this nonsense from Asari Dokubo to say that maybe our people are conquering people or begin to invade people. Asari Dokubo have said it before, that his great-grandfather are selling the Igbo people. Maybe that is what they were trying to bring out. Mazi, what do you think, please?
Thank you, the General. This is the place I have been waiting for, because at this junction, I will say that, like I have made a program concerning this very book, and I think this is a place where we will ask ourselves: do we have Igbo leaders? Do we have prominent men and women in our society, in our tribe called Igbos? Do we still have those that have the interests, that are ready to protect the image, the Igbo image? Because with what I see here, yes, this woman, which her name is Sola Akiyemi, if I'm not mistaken, she just wrote this book, but there is a backbone. There is somebody that masterminded for this book to be published. And I think this is where the Igbos will rise up. It's not something we will just say, oh, it's just a book. This is a false narrative against a tribe, not just against one person, but against a people that has over 50 million populations. And if the leaders can fold their hands and keep quiet, and this book have been approved to be JSS2 history textbook, which means our own children will go to school to go and study how their father become an invader, how their father become a slave traders. Instead of telling the true story, we will check how can now our children grow with such mentality. That is a very dangerous game these people are playing. And I must say it here that the person who wrote this very book didn't do it on her own. There are a group of people, or there are some government parastatal or branch of government that want to use this woman to tarnish the image of the Igbos, to bring the Igbos to their knees, to make sure that that name Igbos will be representing negative when you pronounce it outside Igbo land. It will be passing or echoing another different thing entirely. So what we should be looking at now, who are the people behind this very book publication? Who are the people masterminding this very false narrative against the Igbos? Because with my knowledge, you cannot just write any textbook and you will put it in the market, and they will start selling it and using it as one of the school textbooks. It must have passed a process, which means the Minister of Education in Nigeria have go through this book, find out everything about this book before he approve it. If the Minister of the Education approves such hate speech book, if the Minister of the Education can approve such a book to be a history book, and when you read the cover of the book, you will see it is boldly written civic education for JSS2. That is junior secondary school. Now, what does that tell you? It is a clear evidence that the Minister of Education, who is a Fulani man, if I'm not mistaken, with the help of the Yoruba people, they now use the Yoruba writers to sell out their evil plan against the Igbos. They are now using the power of because they give the Yoruba the president. Now they want to use it in order to get a reward. They want to tarnish the image of the Igbos. At this junction, I want if there is something they call Ohaneze Ndị Igbo and they are active, if they are not, sorry to say, to use the word junkies, if they are not junkies parading themselves to be a leaders, this is the point. They will say, no, we cannot sit down and watch our counterparts use us to write rubbish, to portray another image before us, to tell the world another story that we are not of. Bring it to what Asari said. Asari origin is an Igbo man, and he was sold. His father was sold to Kalabari. The question now is, who are the people who sold the Igbo people to Kalabari, and who are the people who capture other Igbos to be sold? These are the questions. That's why I made the point. I say that they are trying, what they did is what they want to push on Igbos, that the Igbos are the ones who did this thing. Meanwhile, they are the people who did it. At this junction, the Igbo leaders need to rise up to correct that very impression. And that at that point, you will know if the Igbos have men, have leaders. That's why I said at the beginning, this is not the fight of IPOB. Because when you say IPOB, IPOB is indigenous people of Biafra, which include non-Igbo speaking part. This is a fight of the Igbo tribe. At this junction, I say that the Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, the Igbo traditional rulers, the Igbo politicians, the Igbo elderly statesmen, this is a way they will come together and rise up and revolt against this book. And this book must not be published or not be continued to be using as a history book for the JSS2. And this book must not go anywhere in any place. They must ban this book in every schools, ban it in every market, ban it in every library, ban it including on encyclopedia, which is even Google, any place. This book must be banned, and the Ohaneze Ndị Igbo must give ultimatum for this thing must be done. And I will give you a clear evidence of what I am saying here. We can recall that Davido signed a young a musician, and this guy made a song not related to the Muslim religion. But while shooting the video of his song, he used the mosque and hijab that represents the Muslim, but he never used it to stain them. But because of the music does not relate to the Muslim people, the Nigerian Muslim, the northern people, they kicked against that video and they ordered the video to pull it down. And they make sure that they back it up with actions, not just a mere word, but they back it up and give ultimatum for such narrative not to be taken. Because if one person succeeds, it have created a room for others to follow suit. And there is a time you will not control it. If you say, oh, this is just one, they just use that one to test your capability, to test your capacity, to know if you understand the damage, to test if you understand the game they are playing, to test if they understand where they are heading to. Once they found out that you don't understand their game, once they found out that you don't know where they are heading to, they will now mobilize and they multiply their force and they publish it in a way that you cannot have a say again. And before you will realize it, you will now be singing that, like the way they tell us that somebody discovered the River Niger and we are taking that. And the other is it not what is it called that he discovered Mongo Park discovered that River Niger. Such false narrative, we must not tolerate it at this present time, and we must kick against it. And that's why I say the leadership need to step in so that other people will not use the name of the Igbo to narrate their atrocities, and they hang it on our neck, that the world will now be seeing us as another thing entirely. At this point, I am calling on Ohanes and Igbo. This is not just what we will treat with a soft glove. This is what we will treat as a matter of urgent, and we will treat it with everything in us. If it will lead for anything, I will not use the word crisis. If it will lead to the ban on the even things that is coming from the Yorubas, we have to take extra measure to contain, to stop such false narrative to be circulated against the Igbo race. And I think I will stop it here for now, and I wait because we have a lot to say on this very topic. Thank you, the General.
Thank you, Mazi Paul Achebe. Thank you very much. I want to add some things in what you just said now. Of course, we have to do what we have to do to survive. That is why we're here to call upon the Igbo representatives, because we always know, there is adage in our place said, no na abu ihe ọjọọ gbaaro obro menani. Because as it stands today, if they allow this book to continue, in next 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, in 1 decade, now they will turn around and begin to say that we conquer Yoruba people. We enslave Yoruba people. And it will remain like that, because sometimes from people, Africa, they always write a history for them. That is why we are here calling upon the governors. Even though I could also remember during the time Pet Edochie acted a movie about the child Muslim. Did they release that Netflix? The answer is no, because they know what it is for them to release that movie. But there's something I don't even understand. Why is that whenever it comes on our own, we don't have anybody to defend us? Why? Sometimes I keep on asking myself, during the time that the British people came and they fought us for 20 years, they couldn't even get to us at all. Does it mean that it's the same people we have today? Or does it mean that our people don't reason because of what they are going to gain? They will tell you, remember also when the Fulanis, I remember during the time that Fulani will tell you people that they are 3%. But in numbers, they are more. If you are telling our Igbo people that, see what Fulanis are doing, they have already taken this thing to Google to put it there that their number is this number, they are this. Our representative will tell you, no, let us forget about it. We know how to do it. We know how to do it. We are going to get there. Just forget. They are Mugu, they are no, but they are putting it in Wikipedia. They are putting it everywhere for the world to see that their number are growing every single day. They will come and tell you now, the Fulani, they have moved for 3%. If I'm not mistaken today, Fulani, they will tell you now they have already getting to 10% in Nigeria. And our people are not saying anything. They deceive us in census. That is why today, anything that is happening in Nigeria, we the Igbos, we have no mouth. And we have forgotten that the resources that is making that contraption to boom is from our land. It's like all these things that those Ebirima are doing today. You say that we are suffering from the hands of Yorubas. The Fulanis are doing us this. But at the same time, they are imposing it at home to our people. Who are those people that are suffering this? Our people. Is it affecting the Fulanis? The answer is no. Is it affecting the Yorubas? The answer is no. But you are shouting that you want to get Biafra for them. That is why we are here to call Peter Obi. I'm still repeating it. I'm calling Peter Obi, that left what he's supposed to do and coming to be, going court every single day, thinking that they are going to give him a mandate. I told them they will keep on waiting. Tinubu is about to finish 1 year, isn't it? Small time now, 1 year will be gone. We are talking about 2 years. And I keep on asking them, when the next 4 years will come, are they going to come out again to begin to campaign, or are they going to stick that they won the election? That is why we are calling Peter Obi. He should go and ask that woman that wrote this paper, this nonsense trash. That is, they are now beginning to condemn the Igbos. They are now, everything that is happening in that contraption, we are the sacrificial lamb. Everything. They have denied us everything in totality. But we are still here, jumping up, saying that we are the wisest people. Where is our wiseness? Where is our intelligence? Where is those thinkers that we have been saying that Igbo people, they know what they are doing? Sometimes I ask myself, are we the Fulanis calling people Fulani while we are the Janjaweed? Because our elders, they don't reason. They don't even think. You will come and be calling Fulanis, they don't know nothing, but they are there using you. They are your president. All the whole position in that contraption belongs to them. Now, another woman now is bringing another propaganda that is going to, in next 20 years, this propaganda will sink into the minds of every people find themselves in that contraption, that the Igbos have already, there is a time they invaded the Yoruba people and they sold them as a slave. This is what people will be putting in their mind now. That is why we are here. That is why we are here to trying to create this awareness so that the Igbo representatives can pick it up from there. Because believe you me, if they don't stop this book, I want our people to also understand that this book is going to get to our kids. And they are going to read this. This is how they will be keep on denying you everything. They will tell you, you have to pay them compensation by invading their land, by conquering them, by selling them as a slave. Why we, the Igbo people, never conquered anybody, never imposed anything to anybody. That is why we are in this mess. I keep on saying this. That is why we are in this mess. I don't know where the minds of our great-grandfathers were, why they did not even unite themselves to be able to speak one language as the Fulanis and Yorubas are speaking today. Because we are free people. We want everybody to stay on their own. We want everybody to be on their own. If you go to Israel today, they are speaking different languages, Hebrew, Aramaic, and so forth. But they are still believe that they are one people. But in the minds of black people never think to understand that language is just, what you have to first look at is your way of life. How do you people behave? Your understanding. When you come today, every way of our life, the way we put our market, the way we do our things, tool wrapper, everything is the same thing Isoko, Ibibio, Ijo people are doing today. But they will come back and begin to tell you that we are not one people. And the Pandef in coastal region of Biafra are still accepting and believing on those nonsense and the propaganda they have fed to our people. That is why we are saying this. That the Igbo representatives, those people that has no boss or gods, should stand and forget what they are going to benefit from that contraption. Because everything that is coming from that land is their own. As it stands today, you can never see any woman having an oil well. We remember what one man said, said that after Bugari finished the tenure, Bugari is this, Bugari is that. Bugari is only man that going to give Igbo man a president. Where is that president today? Another one came out again and began to tell you, Ojos or Carlo, tell you saying that Tinubu is the one that after Tinubu finished, they couldn't even give him a Senate president. But he's there shouting. And that is why we are complaining this today to them. I'm still calling also on Ojos or Carlo. I'm calling on him to go and ask that Femi Abi Fashola, what they call her name, the woman that wrote the book. And as it stands today, I believe that they have already approved it. If people are not begin to use it already. Where our people supposed to learn, we don't know.
sorry to interrupt. They have already approved the book and it's already in use. It's already in the market. So the book is already circulating and it's already in the school.
So this book now is in the school, in the outside, in public domain for people to buy, and they have begun to use it. Now, my question is, what our people are doing about this? Does it mean that really we slave the Yoruba people, we conquer them? That is my question. When did this thing happen? These people never bring the history of Fulanis conquering the Hausa people or conquered some part of Yoruba land. No, they did not bring the history. Now, do you see how these people are twisting things? Because these people hate us with passion. Because we said that we want to fight for survival. We want to be on our own. These people are bringing different stories, different propaganda, deceit from pit of hell, tagging us on Igbo people. And we, the Igbos, don't even want to know that these people want to these people want to destroy us in total. They don't want us to survive. And I don't know what our Igbo representatives are doing. Mazi, does it mean that we don't have Ndi Ishie? We don't have Ndi Igwe? What are they doing? They are just warrant chiefs doing nothing in our land. They will just pay them little bit money. They will begin to gallivant and talking all sorts of rubbish from their mouth. Mazi, how do you think that we can be able to stop this book to be moving? Because we must do something. If our representatives, Ndi Igwe and Ndi Ishia, and our governors, if they couldn't do anything, does it mean that we are going to fold our hands? Mazi, that is the question to you. What do you think that we will keep on doing on this book to make sure that they hold on this book, that this book should not, continue circulating, that people should stop this book? Because this book is showing that, believe you me, I don't know.
Thank you, Mazi. In our language, ndị Igbo na-ekwu okwu sị na agbara aka na-aza anyị, onye ji anakonye nani. That is why I said that this book, for it to be stopped, not just something we will say with mere mouth, it will depend on the actions the Igbo leaders will take. Now, before I will go into that, there is a point the writer of this book is trying to pass out to the Yorubas and the other people, which when the line you read, you will see that they say that the Igbos were invading them, and a time come, the brave woman now disguised herself and came to Igbo land and got all the information needed for the enemies. Underline the word enemies. He called the Igbos the enemies. He is passing the message to the Yorubas that the Igbos are the enemies of the Yoruba. Now, when she got the information, she came back and the Yorubas now conquered Igbos. Underline that word. He said that they now defeated them. That is, bring it to today's politics. The reason why Igbo man cannot rule is because he's telling them that they are being conquered. These are the enemies who wanted to conquer us, or who conquered us, but we revenge and we revise is the case now. He is now trying to pass the message that we must not allow the Igbos to rise again, that we are not paying them back with their own coin. That is another point I want you to understand in that book. After that, you will now understand again that you check the politics they are playing today. You will see that everything the Yorubas and the Northerners are the Fulani Hausas, or to me, Hausa is no longer in existence again because they have been chased away. The Fulani have taken over. The Fulani and the Yorubas are now making sure that the Igbos are being subdued and take out of the politics and every other thing. When you ask if do we have Ndi Ichie, we the young generation are making another terrible mistake. And the mistake we are making is, for example, Ohaneze Ndi Igbo supposed to be a group that is speaking for the Igbos, a non-political group. But we allow the Fulanis and the Yorubas to decide who will be the leader of that very Ohaneze Ndi Igbo, making it for the Fulani and the Yorubas to pick their errand boys to position them to be the leaders of Ndi Igbo. And when you position your slave to become the leader of social people, the slave will be loyal to you and be doing your buildings. That is why you cannot see any prominent or any politician speaking boldly to come out to challenge the Yoruba elite and the Fulani elite, because all of them are boy to these people. Now, when you check every nations or every tribe, for you to move or to attain that greatness, the people need to take away the evil ones. Those stumbling blocks need to be taken out or turn them to a stepping stones for you to move further. What do I mean? This very generation of the Igbos, if we want to regain our respect and redeem our image, the war must not be, we will not start it with the Yorubas. We will start it at home, and we must take out the evil ones that are selling us to the Fulanis, that are taking us to them. And we need to position our leaders. That is why today, I cannot imagine how a traditional ruler will be going to a politician to collect or for that he will use to guide to become a traditional ruler. That is to say that this man is not the Ezan. Ezan is in charge of the, and Igbos don't have traditional rulers. What Igbos have is Ezan, and the Ezan always, an elderly person become Ezan, and he oversees the affairs and the tradition of that very village. Now, in terms of stopping this very book, we need to hold our leaders responsible. We need to put it to them. The hotness, we need to push them to go out there to do the needful. If they fail to do the needful, we now push them out by taking them away. In the military, they are passing message to every leader, every society, by when you see a army chief of staff or army commander who have failed to deliver to the taste of the other military, you will see that you will see a young general or a young military man who is intelligent. He will take him out and take over power, and that thing he could not do, he starts rebuilding it, and which they turn it as a coup. We are seeing such in the Niger Republic and the Burkina Faso. The same thing is applicable to the people that say that they are representing us. It is time for us to know who is our leader. When you see the North, any of their leader who fail to do their building, they will take the person out. Any day the Igbos, this very generation, start taking out any person who have submitted himself to be a royal, just errand boy to the Fulanis, we need to take the person out of our land. And this issue, we must not treat it as based on Sola Akiyemi, who is the author of the book. No, we will take it Yoruba against the Igbos, so that the people who are educated in Yoruba land will be aware what their daughter is doing, so that we will know if the other Yorubas who are smart, who are good writers like Soyenka, who based abroad, who knows the meaning of hate speech, who knows the meaning of degrading an ethnic. Let us, the actions we take, we know if they are in support of such book, such hate speech. And the actions we must take must speak volume. For me, I will not suggest what we can do on a live program. It is something we must do and end up. But for this book not to move further, we must, some of the Igbo lawyers, those that are educated, those that are into legal practitioners, need to take this matter upon themselves by approaching the country they say that they are one Nigeria. Approach the court so that the writer and the Minister of Education will come to explain the reasons why they approve such false history against Ndi Igbo. Like you just rightfully say that when Peter Edochie acted film, we see the actions and then we see the result. When Davido do something, Davido boys, the signee of Davido, we see their actions and you will ask yourself, if this particular book was written by an Igbo man and he portrayed a Fulani as the invader, which they are, or make the Yorubas the invaders, because we know that the Benin were conquered by the Yorubas. That's why they are answering Oba as their king. They install their Oba. The same, some part of those states were conquered by the Yorubas, and they installed their prince as their king, which I will not mention. Let me just give you like the king of Irua is a son from Benin. The king of Epoma is a son from Benin. We know all these things, but we will never bring them and start telling the true histories, which we have known their history, but we cannot be telling them, oh, we know this thing, they are doing it, but we have not said it. That's why I say the time for the Ohaneze Ndi Igbo to rise up. If they cannot rise up, we need, with the generation, the youth, the people, the masses, the Igbo sons and daughters, we need to come together to stop these things. The action we take today will determine the future we have tomorrow. The things we do today is what we will enjoy tomorrow. If we play a wrong game today, we will suffer it tomorrow. And that is why, like you just called Mr. Peter Obi, I am also calling Okonjo Iweala, who is also a prominent Igbo person. And I am calling because I love to call people that have dignities. Person like Chimamanda Adichie is a writer and he knows what writing a book is all about. We have a lot of them who are into novel writers, book writing. We need to call their attention so that they will use also their position to step in and make a lot of changes, because ndị Igbo na-asị na iru dike na anyụ mma nkọ. If those that are respected cannot step in, believe you me, Igbos will be taken as a thing of caricature, because that will bring people that don't reach to shine the shoe of an Igbo man. They will now rise up against Igbo people, trying to take on Igbo people, which we are seeing it is plain today. So solution to all these things lies in our palms. The actions we take today. If our leaders cannot take action against this, we individuals will now take action against our leaders and against the people that do it. So when we chase the people they are using and we now say we will not stop this until we get this, then the leader, those that parade themselves as Ndi Ichie or as Ndi Ohaneze, which I am not seeing any impact they are making. I have not seen any of them, but we will force them to make impact. If not, their positions will be scrapped out and will be abolished forever. And nobody will be holding
Mazi, I want to add something. Does it mean that when they publish this book, I mean the people that approve this book, does it mean that we don't have Igbo people in that Ministry of Education that also see things? Does it mean that when they want to approve this, does it mean that they pay the Igbo people money to just overlook, or does it mean whenever they want to approve any book, people, I mean the authors or those people that are working in that office call themselves thinkers or philosophers? Does it mean that they don't read any book, or they don't go through that book, or they will just sign approved? Because that is something I don't even understand. How can somebody begin to lie against indigenous people? And you are there working in that office, because you can never tell me that there is no how you can. Of course, maybe they are not in a higher position. Maybe they are lower position, people that are, carrying their bags, yes, sir, yes, my mom. I don't even know, does it mean that these people cannot just trying to, talk to people that, prominent people that look at what is going on? When did this thing happen? And for you to know that these people are liars and their lie is from the pit of hell, there is no date. There is no date when this thing happened. We know that when they came to Biafra land, they massacred our people. They committed a genocide against great people of Biafra. We have the date. We have the date when they started killing our people in 1945. The date is there. All the whole massacre of Nnamdi in northern part of Nigeria, in Yoruba land as it stands today, we have all the whole dates. Even though that is why I take it back to 1902, when the British people wanted to conquer us for the first time, before we failed, because we were we failed. That is why they be able to get us in this mess. When we fought with them, we did not fail. That is when we used Chukwu Okike Abiama as our creator. But when they came, because after that war, they understand we cannot conquer these people. Let us come with warrant chief. So what I'm saying now is that John Onyeawodo, the former Ohaneze Ndigbo, because I think that man, he called himself a professor. I don't know if he's a professor or the kind of professor of Soludo, Ndi Mumafanele, or Gedi Soludo Snamayane, or Snow One Boka, or One Boafo. And now about profession. You don't know that these people are just using our people because they just want their head to big. They will give them a one title. Tell them you're a professor. So Solu Dona is a professor and he never saw this book. He never come across this book at all. That one woman concocted and now begin to tag us that we sold them in a slave. We conquered them. We invaded their land. And we never heard about this thing for the first time in history. Only this woman is bringing this. When they are telling us, if you tell me that Ojukwu and his boys, our ancestors, took over Benin in 24 hours and named it Benin City, yes, I will agree with you because it's in public domain. They took it under 24 hours. The history is there. But this one, the one that they are bringing now, we don't know where it is. We don't know where they are finding this. And the one that is today Ohaneze Ndigbo, does it mean that this man is not seeing? Does it mean that they never see this book at all? Does it mean that they have seen the book but they are blind to just talk about it? Or because of their position? Because there's some things that I always think, or sometimes it will come in my mind, I will be saying, which kind of people we are? How are we so much afraid of those people that our ancestors fought in 1967 to 1970? They are taking the war to their land. They are taking it to their place. Today, all of us, we are like pure water. Sometimes I ask myself, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be saying, we are Biafran people, the strong people, I ask myself, does it mean the Biafran people they are talking about, is it still people that are still here today? Mazi, our race is about to, I'm telling you, we are going little by little. Mazi, I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. You know, we're saying this is like we're laughing, but we are going small. Very soon now, they will take away this language from us. Mazi, you want to say something, Mazi?
Yes, I want to say something. You know, I disagree a long time that Igbos are one of the smartest people. I don't see the Igbos as the smart people. I see at times, because when you check the characters, the attitude of the Igbos, the way they behave, I compare them with Dundees. To be honest, I compare them with Dundee because we call Fulanis uncircumcised bingos, or they are not civilized, they don't know anything. How can people that don't know anything colonize you in your own land and put a leader to you? How can the people we say that they are not smart, how can they be ruling you for over many decades? Now, when you say, if the leaders we have in Igbo land, are they not aware of this book? The place where they approve this book, is there any Igbo man there? Let me tell you one thing. Before they pick any Igbo person, they must see that that person have hatred on his people. Either the person was a criminal and they chase the person out of the land, they will go and bring that person with that annoyance, seeking to revenge against his people. The Fulani will go and bring the person and give him the platform to revenge. And the example of these people are Hope Uzodinma. Check the governor of Imo State. Check his history. He was once an outcast. He was banned from his village, and they make him the sprinkle today. That is why you see the bloodshedding in Imo State. Look at the one that is from River State. What is he called? Amechi. He was a minister of road, but there is no road tied. There is no railway running in his own town. Ask yourself, for good 80 years, you are a minister of road and transport and everything. You don't have railway, but you build railway to the extent building it to Niger Republic because you are under control. They are controlling you. That is the same way. Before they will bring any Igbo person in a place where they will such book will be approved, they must bring person like the one in Lagos. What is it called? Joe Igbokwe. That how can that one be speaking for Igbos? He will say, "Go ahead."
But Mazi, does it mean that Joe Igbokwe accepted this book, or does it mean that he never seen it? He accepted it.
I believe because that one swallow anything that comes from APC. Person like the other one, the runaway bingo that call himself Chukwuka Judele. When you give him such position, you know what such an animal can do, because these people has hatred on their own people. If such person can accompany Asari Tukubo to come to his motherland, to his fatherland, to slaughter his own brothers, blood brothers and sisters, to favor a Fulani man. Now, ask yourself, if such book just to sign, not to even somebody that slaughter, is it to sign will be difficult for the person. That is why I said that solution to stop all these things is for us to revolt against the few percent, 1% they are using. Because when they don't have some errand boy to use, they will submit to what you demand. When you check Europe, there is no country that is great today that never passed revolution. The question now is, when we are talking revolution, because a lot of us are calling revolution, but believe you me, 90% of people calling revolution don't know the meaning of revolution. They think revolution is just to come out and make protests and they chase the first government out and they put government there. No, revolution is bringing, when you come out in mass, you must capture those evil ones. You send them to a land beyond. Then you now start with a killing paper, nothing is inside. You make your laws that will guide you. And you will use any person who violates it to set an example for others to learn. Revolution comes with the loss of men that matters in the society.
But Mazi, why is that sometimes some people will come out and begin to say that though the politicians, they are bad, but we need them. Mazi, how can you need people that don't want your progress? How is it possible that some people will be telling you, yes, they are our own people? Because sometimes I used to say that Mazi Nnamdi is a very good man. I'm telling you. Exactly. This man over good the warrior. That's why sometimes I said, does it mean that we are here only to create awareness, or we want to go into a real freedom fighting? Because if we go into a real freedom fighting as today, we cannot even go to that contraption. Mazi, we can do something against these people that are putting us down. And you are telling us that these people will change. Mazi, tell me when this our politician will change. See, for how many years we have started this awareness? For how many years we have been keep on pointing out how we are suffering, how we are fighting for survival, how they are denying us everything in that contraption. I keep on asking, when do you think that these people will change? When do you think that hope of them will change? And you know what's part of our people that I don't even understand which kind of people we are? Do you know that Keafia, Hope Uzodinma may come out tomorrow and said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a good man? Do you know that some people will come out and begin to defend him? Let's forgive him. Let's forgive. Let's forgive. If there is no forgiveness, there will not be love. You are asking a man that have killed by your own people, destroy everything that belongs to you because of one statement that he made. You will begin to praise him. Mazi, I don't even understand. Sometimes I'm looking at this, our politicians. Do you think that this our politicians, they will ever change? Do you think that they will ever change? Do you think that we can hope on these people? Do you think that we are going to benefit anything from these people in time to come? Or we are just be here chasing shadow? Mazi, I want you to say something, please. Because we have to call upon these people. We have to call upon them. Because this thing that is about to happen to our people, in 10 years to come, Mazi, this thing will become a truth. This thing will become a truth. And maybe tomorrow the time you will bring out Biafran, the war against Biafran people. These people will also bring this one for you, telling you are saying that we invaded your land, but this is, you people are the first person that invaded the Yoruba land, because this is something that is going to come in time to come. So you don't have any mouth again to say that they killed your people or they massacred our people. They committed genocide against our people. When they will bring this thing to the world, because as it's going today, in 10 years, this thing will be everywhere. And now they will make it history, because they have already made it history for people to be reading. They don't even put Biafran war there, the Nigerian versus Biafran war. They did not put how they have been killing our people. They did not put how Fulanis invaded, how Fulani were foreigners, even though to the extent that they invaded Yoruba land. They took some of Yoruba land by imposing emir to them. Is Yoruba people having emir? The answer is no. This woman did not even talk about their own people. Those people that have conquered, that are occupying their land today. They are occupying it. The woman did not talk about it. But now, because we are nobody, we are just like nothing. That is why anyone can come and begin to play us. Mazi, tell me, my question to you, do you think we can hope on these people? Do you think that these people can change tomorrow? Do you think that someday, because it's been a long time, over 12 years to 13 years, we have been struggling. Mazi Nnamdi can tell us, leave them, they will change. I love them, they will change. I'm praying for them to change. Mazi, till when we will keep on praying for these people to change? Tell me, I want to hear.
Thank you, Mazi. Like you are in a country where there is a law. There is a law that in that very country you are into, it's against you. You don't like to obey it, but the law forces you to obey it because of what? There is a consequences. If there is no consequences, nobody will obey law. The law will have no meaning. Coming to the politicians, if they will change, there is no any politician will change today nor tomorrow. The only thing that will make them change is we. I can remember when I was back in the school, there is something they call citizen right. The right of citizens. They tell us that the right of citizens is above the right of the politicians and every other person, that that is the highest right. But the question is, do the citizens know their right? Do you know your civil right, your civic right? The answer is no, we don't know it. We can only say, hey, this is our right, but we don't know how to exercise it. Any day we know our rights and know how to use it, the politicians will change. They are not going to change because they want to change. We are the people that will force them to change. There is something I keep on saying in my program. I say that Biafra will not come until the people, till we the Biafran take over Biafra land. If we are not in charge of Biafra land, we cannot restore Biafra. You can only restore something you have taken over. So you cannot tell us that Hope Uzodinma will be deciding for us. Okezi Ikpeazu is deciding for us. Ojo Sokali is deciding for us, and we are expecting. Now, coming to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is delaying, you know, he is not, we call it Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because we see him, he marry, he have kids, and we thought he's like a human being like us because he has blood. But there is a spirit that is in him that none of us have. I will give you an example. Do you know that since on 21st of June, they announced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been kidnapped till date. No single person have said any plan of Nigeria ahead. Nothing, nobody have exposed anything Nigeria is planning. Till date, nobody anywhere, because you don't have the spirit. The question I want to ask you, some will tell you that it's a DSS, it's the informant that is telling us what he say. Was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kidnapped and the informant kidnapped? Or and the people that are passing the message died? Because the spirit is with him in DSS. And the spirit have not seen anyone worthy to contain him, because the people like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you must have the heart of lion. You might look gentle, but what is in you for you to carry such spirit must be very, very, I will use the engine of Mandizé or Mark to describe it in human. You must have the double engine to carry such spirit, and you must have the mental to control what you see and to draw yourself to wait at the right time. Mazi, the general, I know you that if you are a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shoe, no pawn of Nigerian army can kill 3 people in your compound without giving order.
Mazi, I tell you, even though if I am Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, during that time, my parent died. My parent died. You see, either we turn it to Somalia or things will get better. Mazi, there is no how. You see, even though sometimes I remember during about this idiot called Chukwuka that was ranting today, talking, saying that he's the one that, give the exposition or where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is where he stays. But I know that he's just yapping and talking all sort of rubbish. Do you know that some people that is why I'm telling some people, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a very good man. Do you know that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were out here with us, people are just waiting for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to say, go. Forget about it. Mazi will come out and tell you, no, this is our people. If you kill them, Biafra will never come. I keep on asking. So, maybe see fine. You understand? So even though this man they call Chukwuka, I know when people were shouting, doing this, doing that, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told them, this idiot is not our problem. Allow him to speak his own opinion. He of course, his opinion does not matter. It's not relevant to our struggle, but allow him. But I'm telling you, in Abazonia, of course, I know that we are different from Abazonia. Of course, Abazonia people want us to be doing like them, but we are different. The way their country is, and because the people that amalgamated Nigeria, they really know what they did. That is why they brought three countries to become one. They don't want to make it 4. They make it 3. So that 2 must always stand against 1. And if 2 stands against 1, it's very, very hard for you to survive. And that is exactly what they did in Nigeria. They created it with 3 different people and make sure that the Yorubas, they divided Yorubas so that they will have half of them will be Muslim, so that they will always ally with Fulanis. Because I keep on saying it today, whether you like it or not, the Fulanis, they prefer the Yorubas more than the Biafran people. Upon say we have the same way, little bit way of trying to, make things work, trying to bring humanity. I know Yoruba people, they are learned people, but I'm still telling you that even though Yoruba people, they prefer Hausa people than you and me, because they believe that they have similar way of life. So what I'm saying is this: We should keep on hammering on this. And I'm also urging the leadership, if they can also come out to make some broadcasts so that their voice will be heard, or maybe their voice will go more far. I mean, the IPOB leadership, maybe they will listen to them. I will continue, Mazi.
The IPOB leadership have already issued a statement, and they have made a letter, which I see it. Although I forgot to publish it on my platform, which I will do immediately after this program. They have already given their ultimatum, which is the necessary thing to be done. Now, back to where I stopped of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu giving order. The politicians in our land, those politicians, the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say leave them is because they are the ones we are going to use. Some will say, Mazi, how are you going to use them? You are not going to use them by begging them. We are not going to use them by saying, Ojus Okalo, go and request for a referendum. No. We are going to put fire on their nyash. When they will be running for safety, they will meet their paymaster. Their paymaster will say, go and quench the fire. When they come back, they see that if they put head, the fire will consume them. They will be left with no option than to announce dance to our throne. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has plan. The only thing we have is that we don't know how long the spirit in him tell him that this will take. And we don't know the strategies he has. We are like the disciple. We don't know where we are going, but we believe we are going there. And with what we are seeing, we have seen that we are in a right direction. And that right direction, we are going. The Nigeria government and the British know that Biafra is like something that is inevitable. They are trying to use a late tactics. Not that they don't know that they will definitely lose this war. It's like the Europeans that are controlling Africa. They know that a day will come, the Africans will rise up and take what belongs to them. But that very particular date is what they cannot tell you. And they are using the late tactics in order to get what they want first, because they know there must be a day they will lose everything. And they will now struggle to survive. They want, before they will struggle to survive, let them have enough. Nigeria know that they are heading to their end, and they want to delay it so that they can establish the North. Remember, when Nigeria was amalgamated, they tell you that it's like the rich wife and the poor husband. Now the rich wife is trying to build the poor husband before he can she can go. Now, or will I say that the poor husband is now using the power of husband to extract the richness of the wife, so that before the woman will go, the poor husband will also become an average rich man, or have something, will just bring himself out of the poverty. That is what the North is building. The moment North finish building themselves and have something to stand on, which they have started having something to stand on, believe you me, you will see them move, you will see them out, and they will suffer for it. Now, our politicians, it's left for us to go for them. We are the people to force them. Begging them is no-go area. Telling them to go do this is no-go area. There is, in my lecture, I said there is difference between the mind and the want. Like me, I want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out today, but do I have the power? The answer is no. But if I have the power, I will demand. If the Igbo leaders, the day we will demand for them to rise up, it shows that we have gotten the power to make such demand. It's an order. We will give them the marching order. And remember that a river does not flow through the forest without bringing down a tree. For us to achieve this desire to protect our image, to get what we want. That's why I say many of us don't know what is revolution. When during the time of revolution, that Iroko you are looking up to might fall for revolution to be accomplished. That thing you are looking that you say is untouchable might be the thing that they will touch for us to get what we want. A lot of people that is protecting politicians trying to paint them good is because of the peanuts they are getting. He is from my village. Oh, do you know that my village have and Dubai is from my village? Do you know? It's that pride without checking. This guy truly is from your village, but what have you benefited? What are people around the village benefiting from this guy? Nothing. For example, there's a campaign that is going on where Hope Uzodinma say that he have contacted European Union to create job for 4,000 Imolite. And I see the people shout, hey, I was like, are you kidding me? In this 21st century, somebody is blowing such lie, and the people, a group of youth who's supposed to be the smart, are looking up to are still shouting.
Mazi, there's something I want to tell you. You see, don't blame these people. You see, black people. Sometimes I also thinking that maybe if we are in that contraption, maybe we are going to think also, because I have a lot of people in Biafra land today, like Mazi Okpara Ezechukwu became like Mazi Elochukwu, Mazi Chika Austin. They are in Biafra land, and they are thinking like us. They are not living in Europe. But there are some things, that is why sometimes we see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will say, what is wrong with black people? Does it mean that these people, like what you just said now, a man come, blow a very big lie, telling you that they have already secured a job for 2,000 or 5,000 people. And you never ask this man, why can't he create that job in that place? Why should he pack all of us away? We that are living in Europe, we are looking way to come back. And these people are planning to carry all of you away from the land. You know, sometimes I don't know how our people think. I don't even understand. Mazi, sometimes, like, as you said, Mazi, if you will never deal with these people, you see, the reason why the Yorubas, the West, are doing well is because their leaders are supporting them. Look at what just happened to Sunday Igboho. Within 2 days, 3 days, they have already, escalate, tell the world, begin to create awareness, begin to tell the world, if anything happened to this guy, we are going to do this. Their leaders are on the ground fighting. You can never extradite this man. You cannot. Hold him there. Let him go court there. Because they know that if he go court there, he will be free. Because he did not commit any crime in that place. The crime you are holding him is the one that he committed according to them. But he did not commit anything. But they want to use it against him. But just look at Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That these people are saying, let us hold him. Let us grab him. We are going to get this Igbo presidency. Let us quench him down. John Onyanwodo said that he's going to give us restructuring. Let us hold this man. This man is spoiling our business. This man want to close where we are getting our money from. Up to date, nobody is speaking for us. Nobody. Just imagine, no any hierarchy that they gave any Igbo man in this 2023. All of them, they are boy. All of them is yes, sir. Ojo Zokalo was crying on national television. Just imagine an old man, a grandpa, Ojo Zokalo. Just imagine where a grandpa if I call me because on just crying for nothing's sake. And he's thinking that they are going to help him. I saw him when he was boasting. He want to act like Tinubu. He don't know that Tinubu, that they are in unity. Forget all this thing they are doing. Warecho Yinka is not supporting Tinubu today. He came out and tell P2B, they want you, they have won you. Forget about this thing. That the result is authentic. For you to know that they know what they are doing. The one they aligned with Eberima. Is he not the one that later support Tinubu? He told you that Tinubu is our brother. We are going to allow them to be, going out there, trying to do things to better their own people. Why some idiot is there telling our people to don't go, don't even vote, don't even cross the atoll. And this idiot today, the one thing about them is that, does it mean that they don't see these representatives? If they are not working together, why are they buying the innocent people? Why are they destroying innocent people? But the people that are putting us in trouble, in danger, they out there moving around. Nothing happened to them. And some of our people never ask themselves questions. You have been doing this. You say you want to do it better than Mazi and Nnamdi, but up to date, you are just buying the innocent people. You will go out there and make arrange some two people, come out and tell them, say, because you don't carry gun, let me forget about it. I will leave you to go scot-free. But the people don't know that these people are playing game. Is the part of them? They are members. They are all members. They are working together. It's arranged. The arrangement, they arrange it. So, Mazi, I want you people to also, call the name of those people that supposed to, people that we believe they can be able to speak on this issue. Because as it stands today, Mazi, we have nobody. This one we are calling Ngozi Kojunwabi, what they call her. She went to summit G20. Did she talk about her brother? The answer is no. She's there talking about taking selfie with the American president. He wants to tell us that he can take selfie. Instead of she to go there and represent us, he's representing the zoo called Nigeria. Does it mean that they don't see this book? The one they call, they give title, a woman they give title. What her name?
Chimamanda Adichie.
Chimamanda. Does it mean that she never saw that book? Or does it mean that because she thought that they know her, her kid is not going to read the book? What of our kids? What of our brothers and sisters that are there? So, Mazi, I want you to say something, please, before we move to the issue of our brother that are crying for help, because it's very, very important.
Okay, I will take this very, very long, you will give me time to bring a lot of things here, because there is I will just use everything and round it up so that we close the topic and move to another topic. Now, like you said, who are the people are we going to call? The question should be, who are the people are we going to force, not call? Because if you say call, you want to beg them. Who are the people we are going to force? One is Peter Obi. 2, Okonjo-Iweala. 3, Chimamanda Adichie. 4, all the Igbo political leaders, whether you are House of Assembly, whether you are representatives, these people. Then the so-called professors, whether you are Professor for Haneze Ndi Igbo, and they call Igbo traditional rulers. These are the people we are going to force to act. And how can we force them is something I will love to say if I can be invited secret, because you cannot tell your enemies your strategies, how you want to use them. But I believe that the leadership of IPOB, the Igbo ones who are there, they can use their power to influence that very people, our people, to force those people. They know how they will move, because they are more intelligent, they are smart. The kind of men and carnivals we have in the leadership, we are people that once they want to do something, even you will be surprised how this thing will achieved. That is number one. Now, making the Igbos look stupid before the world, we have to do a lot of works in our own. Do you know that when you come to Europe here, 90% of Africans in the prison are the Igbos? When you come to Biafra land today, and the other part of land, any rich Igbo man you see, the first thing that will come to your mind is he joined occultic to make money. He is into drug. He is ritualist. The question is, which people make this thing to be functioning like this? Like this book you just explained now. It started one place. It started with the Nollywood. When they start acting, telling the world that Igbo people are evil. Igbo people always do ritual. We watch it and we laugh. We think it's a normal thing. And gradually, that very narrative is now selling, because after you watch the film and a young Igbo person will come to Lagos under 1 week, he will come return to Nigeria and he carry a lot of money. He say he have made money into drug, into this. They now sell it. Then the white people who see that movie, now you come Europe, you now repeat what you watch in the movie and they put you in the prison. The West and the whole world is keeping record of the data of people that are going into prison. Now you see it is rhyming, is now coming to rhyme with what the Nollywood is acting. The message they are telling, passing about the Igbos. We need to act on that area to stop it, because these are part of history. That's why I called on Radio Biafra, bringing to the notice of the leadership about the Igbo skit makers dressing as a woman. Dressing as a woman. That is how you now pass the spirit of nwoke na-akpọ nwoke ibie ntu, nwaanyị na-akpọ nwaanyị ibie. But our people will not understand it. You cannot be against something and be selling that thing indirectly. Onye okenye na-anaghị atọ oke ji eze wee na-ekere ụmụazị oke bụ okenye aghụghọ ka ọwụ. So these are some areas we need to also look into, so that we will not be stopping the other people not to damage our image, and we are home using our hand comfortably to destroy our self-image. There is a lot of things we need to put as a ban and enforce it. But I think some of those things will be more effective the moment Biafra is restored. But trying to stop the Yorubas not to pass this book, we must rise against the Yoruba, because I will not tell you it's Sola Akiyemi that wrote that book. That book was masterminded by the Yorubas and the Fulanis in the gang up. This is a gang up game, and that's why they comfortably approve it and they write it JSS. If once they write any book JSS, it's no longer a private book. It becomes a state book. It becomes a government book. In some schools, they will make it compulsory, and the government can make it compulsory for every JSS too. That's why in Nigeria today, if you attend school, maybe I don't know how many of us read the Macmillan textbook while we are in primary, I think primary 4, all those things. You will see that all those things are the books. Once it comes, they make it compulsory. Everybody must read it. And this has to do with history. Once they pass that history to us and damage our image in the future, you cannot revise it. The damage is there. We can only revise it now, and we need to fight with our blood. If it will reach to the banning of anything that has to do with Yoruba products in our land, for us to do it, if they like, let them send our people in the Yoruba land back. That will hasten our desire self. We must not be considering what we will lose before doing anything. You must consider, you lose this thing today, what will be the result tomorrow? The future must be greater than today. Once the future is greater than today, you take that action. That is why the white people are ahead. At times, you will see them lose almost everything. But before you know it, they will get something. For example, we see what happened in Russia when the former Wagner leader wanted to take over. Me and you know that if Putin was not wise enough, that will be end of Putin. And that will bring Russia to their knees. But you see that he checked something and he do something. End of the day, we don't know what happened, but somebody lost. I don't know how Putin don't have hand, nobody have hand, but something, we see how the game played on until we learn such mathematics, until we understand such politics, until we start using it on those errand boys. I don't call them men. That is errand boys parading themselves as Igbo leaders. By the time one person miss, second one miss, and the rest ask the whereabouts of those people, and they know the reason why they miss, they will now try to quench and they revise those things. If una have a solution to all those things, how can Ndi Igbo be going for Igbo summit in Imo State? They will be televising it. It will be on social media. Everybody is using English. Have you seen a Yoruba summit, security summit before? Have you seen Fulani security summit before? Go to the north, you can see a Yoruba governor campaigning with English. They speak their language. Go to the Yoruba land, every Yoruba governor, I am not talking about the presidential ones. I say governor because it's a Yoruba, they speak their language. For you to understand what they speak, it's either you hear Yoruba language or you find an interpreter, a translator, which you will not get everything they speak. That is why there is something in our language like when I was in Ebonyi State. Onye Ebonyi chọọ ịkpọgo onye alọ bụ na ọ chọrọ ịkpọgo onye alọ ọ ga-ajụ gị ọ dị ka prison emewu. Ihe ọ jụrụ gị na apụ ala. It will take somebody who understand that. In na-eme translate n'Igbo, can you translate that? You can't. Then ị ga-achọwazi onye obodo, which is very difficult. At this point, Ndị Igbo enwelozi that secret and enwelozi ebe anyị na-aga. And for us to understand this, there must be actions in a place. That's why I make the statement that a river does not flow through the forest without bringing down a tree. We cannot achieve Biafra without making sacrifice, which we have already started. We have made a lot. But there is a sacrifice we need to make, not we dying on our own. There is those ones that people are looking up to, that there are something. We need to sacrifice them to get what we want. That is to be honest. And that is the only thing we will do to make sure that we stop this book. The question we will be asking now is, what are we going to sacrifice to make sure that this selling of this book, this selling of this narrative must stop? Are we going to sacrifice our people properties in Yoruba land for them to come back? What are we going to sacrifice? Because when the Fulanis wanted Ruga, which they have gotten, they stopped bringing carrot and the other things, their products, to the east. And the sacrifice, end of the day, their onions, a lot of things damaged. For the peace to reign, they demanded for the payment of all those things. We can as well take such measure. Anything we lose, when they agree for that peace, they have to pay damages. It is everywhere. When you sue somebody to court, if the person win you, the person will sue you for damage. You will pay the person damage, and you regain what you spend. So I will be telling ourselves now, what sacrifice can we make to salvage our image, to redeem our image? But without sacrifice, we cannot stop it. And that sacrifice, it must come from our blood. It must pain us. If it is to chase the errand men, errand boys out, we do that. That is the only thing I have to say, so that we can move to the next topic. Ndewo nwa Chineke.
Ndewo Mazi, thank you very much. And I want to say this to our people before we move forward. According to Mazi Paul Achebe, believe you me, MAP Ezoku Bondo, one in Biafra land. Believe you me, what is in you is what always make me to always try, to be in your side, because you always say the truth. And I want to say this to our people. Sometimes we keep on saying that Fulani are those people that are holding us down. Yes, they are part of it. Sometimes we will always push it to British people. They are holding us. Yes, they are part of us, part of them. But I want to let our people understand this. The main people that are holding us is those people that we vote in. those people that are sitting, those people we call our representatives, those people we call governors. That is why you see I never praise these people. I don't praise them because they are boy. They are there for a purpose. Exactly what Hope Uzodimba is doing today in our land. And I'm telling you people, let me tell you people this. Go and write it down. I'm not coming here to give you a prophecy. Hope Uzodimba is coming the second tenor. And there's no how you can stop him. The man is ruling today, is APC, is his party. And you people know how Hope Uzodimba came there. I am telling you people, go and write it down. 80% Hope Uzodimba is coming back again. If eventually did not come back, they will bring the worst person in Imo State. And if we keep on folding our hands, saying that someday, one day, these people is going to change, nobody is changing at all. The more you think that you want to bring a good person, as that person is getting there, they will corrupt him. The one that, what is his name? Anambra governor, tell us that he's going to clear this, going to do this. What are they doing? Is it not today? Anambra State, they are under siege. What is he doing? He's doing nothing. So we have to understand that these people, for us to get Biafra, and I agree with you, Mazi Paul Ashebe, I agree with you, we must take over our land. If you think that Hope Uzodimba is going to be there, deciding for you, and all these people, Rogers Aborawasa that left Biafra land, he went to North to address his own people. He went here using Hausa. I never saw in my life any Hausa man or Fulani came to Biafra land and begin to use Igbo to address people, or go to Ijob and begin to use Ijob to address people. Now we will go to their land. We are going to use their language. They will come to our land. They will also impose their own to us. Now we are going to begin to translate. That is why in Ghana, Bombaka, go and carry Fulani man, make it come to translate in this. Mbaka go and call Fulani to be translated. And he's speaking English. Instead of him to call an Igbo man to begin to translate. No, he go and call Fulani to begin to translate. And I'll a good story. So this thing I'm saying is over 2 years ago. You think it's happened today? No, it happened for a long time. There is a time that you want to say something. I think the day that all these Fulani representative come to his congregation during the time of Bugari, when he was addressing them, now they are using Hausa to translate. He was using English, now they are translating it in Hausa. Is there in public domain? Nobody ever translates in Igbo. No, it's Fulani. And you are telling us that these people are going to change tomorrow. For me, there's no two ways about it. We must take over our land. But I know that some people will be saying that all those people, they are in our land, they are doing well. We are IPOB, DOS, they are not doing anything. You see, where I'm having a problem with these people is that what they're supposed to do, they are not doing it. You are saying that we are under siege, and you know the people that are doing this to us. Go to them, go to them, go to them. Stop buying the innocent people that has nothing to they has no problem with you. They are suffering like me and you. Instead of you to take the bull by the horn and begin to hold those people accountable, now you are going there kidnapping our people. Mazi, I will stop it here. Mazi, I want us to talk about this, our brother Nnamdi Chukwuemeka, that they are threatening today, and the guy is doing a very wonderful job by uniting our people. He call it unification of Igbo people, those people that are speaking the same dialect, those people that are having the same way of life. I have watched the video of this guy, Time Without Number. You will see somebody that is telling you that his name or her name is Ifeoma or Chukwuemeka. And the same time, they will be telling you that they are from Benin. You have no anything with these people. There is no culture. There is no the same language. There is no the same identity, no the same name. And these people, they are a little bit far away from you. Like maybe say, let me say, if you want to drive to their place, you are going to drive like 1 hour. But somebody that is next to your door, at your backyard, you don't see these people as your brother. They will ask you your name, you say, my name is Eforma, but I'm a Eka man. I'm not an Igbo person, I'm a Eka person. Sometimes I don't know who did this to us. And that is the same thing that they are bringing back again to begin to write history, a fake propaganda on top of our head. That as time goes on, this thing they put in this book, it will become reality. Because that is exactly what they did to our people in coastal region. But after the war, by changing some names, any name that they call Chuku, they will call them Uhu. Anything they call, they will try to. That is why Wike trying to change his name. Rotimi Amechi leave his father's name or his name, he go and answer Rotimi and Amechi. Just tell me what these people want to, tell us. Because that is why what is happening today. There is a woman that I listened to her voice, this Madam Erewa. There is a one exposition she did when she said that when they were growing up, because that woman is an old woman. I know today she will be a grandma. She said that when they were growing up, they don't know nothing like all these people. What they know is Igbo people. They are Igbo people. They are going to Onitsha to do their business. Nobody ever tell them that we are not brother, we are not sister. After the war, because this woman were born before the war, she understands a lot of things that happened. That is when she was still making sense, that she never went to go and join this Madam. She said a lot of things in
that time. Ejibeho brain will raise a fund.
Confirm, you're right. So she were saying a lot of things, how they divided us and rule us, because she is in that good position to, tell us what really happened in coastal region. And she said it because the woman is not a young woman. She knew everything that happened, how they deceived them, how they told them that the Igbo people came to kill them. Why the woman said that is a lie. It's just a propaganda to divide us and rule us. And today, it's like that today. That is why we go to, what they call it, Ahaba. That is why you see Ahaba, they change it to Asaba. So that they want to remove anything that will come like, it will sound like Igbo language. That is why you will go to Ahaba today. Somebody will tell you that my name is George Onibe, but I'm not an Igbo man. Now you understand what I'm saying. Somebody will go to Eka, he will tell you my name is Ifeanyi Chukwu, but I'm not related to Igbo. To the extent that they will be telling you their language is different. What did you call Bia? Bia is come here. Go is Poba. The same thing they are going to tell you. Bia come and eat. But they will, at the same time, they will tell you the language is different. They have forgotten that the tongues, the dialect can be changed a little bit, but they now turn it that it's a different language. Mazi, what do you have to say about this, our brother Chukwuemeka they are threatening today? A man that is doing a very great work, and we must support him because he's not an IPOB. He's not talking about Biafra. He's just talking about the unification of people that have the same way of life, so that they will know that they are one people. They should stop dividing them and ruling. That is the job that the guy is doing. But today, they are threatening him. Mazi, what do you have to say, Ndeo?
Thank you, Mazi. This very topic. When you called me for this program, I said that I would love one of our people from coastal region to be here. But unfortunate that some of them were so busy that, but I believe maybe some other day they will come around and they will have their own opinion. First of all, I must say that Nnamdi is not the person they are threatening. The person they are threatening is Ndi Igbo. The Igbos they are threatening. Because when it's like somebody now holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is the person holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? No, it's holding Biafrans. The reason you see that they are threatening Nnamdi is because that unity of Ndi Igbo is what the entire Nigeria is afraid of. They don't want the Igbos to unite. They don't want you to know yourself. They want you to divide yourself, to be scattered. And they have seen the spirit of our forefathers coming as a human being in the person of Nnamdi to bring that unity, to remove the dust they put on those our people's brain, to make them to start thinking like the human being they are. And they cannot longer hold the fire that is coming towards them. The question you will ask yourself is, what concerns Benin concern an Igbo man? What concern what concern Osereti and Onyeka? What concern Idemudia and Ifeanyi? Now, they are threatening Ndi Igbo not to preach the unity, because the moment they shut that guy up, that is the same thing they want to, this book is talking. They want to shut him up and they instigate fear in him, so that if he then succeed in bringing him down, fear will not allow you to come up to speak. That is why I say the threat is not on Nnanen just alone. The threat is on Ndi Igbo. That is why in my program I say that this is another place the Igbo leaders have failed their children. This is where the Igbo ally, those that are supposed to speak, they have failed us again. Because if the Benin can write a letter using the monarchy name and this thing, you don't. I expect the Ohanese president, the youth of Ohanese president, in the person of Mazi Odikwanuko, your Akwagugo Unazo Fafa Okechukwu Isiguzo. Okechukwu Isiguzo to rise up to issue a statement as nwoke. Ndị Igbo na-ekwu okwu si na ka
Mazi, hold on before you continue. Are you talking Ohanese Junior or Ndị Obele?
Enwere Ohanese youth.
Ohanese youth, ọ bụ nke si na Yetima is general. You are telling him to come now. Mazi, what are you talking? Paul Achebe, it's like you are going backward or what? A man that came on the national television and
I have the video
telling you that the commander of the Boko Haram, one of the commander, is their kingmakers, and they are the people that are going to give them this thing. And now you are telling him to come and address you. Mazi, don't go there.
No, Mazi. You know, ndị Igbo na-asị na anyị na-ajụgbu ajụgbu bifo anyị eno. Ị ga-ejiri onye ahụ ọfọ ka o wee gosi that yes, mgbe ị ga-push to that place actually push, right? Ha ma nwe any atom of excuse, because you have called their attention. If you don't call their attention, he might win you tomorrow that he is not aware. Why didn't you bring it to him? When he present that excuse and the person they are giving it and turn to ask you, did you present to him? You say no, you know that he cannot do anything. You say, you have seen it. They will start giving excuse. They will not have excuse for their failure. That is why I am calling on him, because I know he have people here that will cut this video to send it to him, so that he will know that his attention have been drawn. If you not neglect it, when we will be talking, you say, on social date, this program was made and your attention was drawn, but you overlook it. You pretend to be, you turn a blind eyes and a deaf ear towards it. Each day go or man with the excuse. He will not have any excuse. Now, this is the place I said Ohanese Ndi Igbo failed us. Now, before now, I learned that, like one of our brother here, he's from Ibanke. His name is Onyeka. I asked him, are you an Igbo person? He said no. I look at him. So I didn't reply. I just laughed. One day we were walking and somebody, an Italian person, asked me, where am I from? I introduced myself as an Igbo person. So with discussion lead to discussion. He said, how can he know an Igbo person? I give him the names and I mentioned Onyeka. And when he want to introduce himself, I say, no, this one don't know where he came from. He's a confused human being. He said, I have insulted him. And I asked the Italian man, say, now I give you name like Onyeka as an Igbo name. Ask him, is Onyeka an Igbo name or not? And the man asked him. He said, yes, Onyeka is an Igbo name. And I asked the man, ask him his name. The man asked him his name. He said, it's Onyeka. Are you an Igbo man? Ovivienishi. I now ask the man, have you seen it? Ask him if he was born in Igbo land that make him to take that name. He said no, it's the name of his people. You see where I normally get. There is another one of our sister here answering Nwakego. He said that he is not an Igbo. So I confront them. I then refer them as a confused people so that they will now say, no, I am not confused. Someone told me that he is speaking Delta Igbo. And I said, wow, before Delta was created, which language do you speak? Because Delta came into existence not up to 20 years ago, or not up to 30 years ago, or 40 years. Your father, which I know that is above 50, which language was your father speaking? He said, it's Igbo now. He speak. No, I said, but you said Delta Igbo, you are speaking. So your father speak different language from you. He said, Mazi, leave that one. I will go into it later. I say, no. Now, Ohaneze Ndị Igbo, I learned that after this war, Biafran genocide, that we refer as a war, that was when they now start telling us that telling them that they are not an Igbo, for them to regain their properties and for them to be able to reinstate in some government positions, which such narrative was pushed to them. That is where our fathers supposed to stood on their ground, refuse that, because if our forefathers stood their ground that point, that their property will be regained, that they will reinstate them. Yes, it will be delayed, and this thing that is happening today will not be happening. And I must tell it. I am not saying it because I'm on the program. Nnamdi TV, Okokonya, it should be a battle between the Igbo race and any people that have threatening him, like this Bini. Because if they succeed to eliminate Nnamdi today, believe you me, they will have upper hand over us. And the reason why I say that we need to bring a coastal region, because of the statement made by the Ijo youth something, which they disassociate themselves from IPOB and from Biafra. And they went further to say that they are even celebrating the chasing away of Biafran soldier in their land. And they celebrate the chasing of Biafrans out of their land. And in IPOB, sorry to say, we say that we and these people are in of the same mission. Because I could remember when Asari Tukubo said that he is killing our people. And I said that Ndị Igbo should go for this man so that we will know the people that are behind him. That if Ijo is not behind Asari Tukubo, let the Ijo people make a press statement. Up to today, they never made any statement. Automatically, that proved to me that the Ijo are behind Asari Tukubo and the Kalabari are behind him. It is the right time. Earlier, with the Igbo tribe, draw a red line for every other persons. Even if we are going to be in the same country, it must be with mutual agreement, not by telling them that we are brothers. You accept who accept you as a brother, and who say that you are not a brother. Nna ejiri iru achi iru gakali iru mumma. Enwele ebe jije eje nejiri Igbo eje. Onwele ebe ị ga-ebe iluo tata, i present yourself as an nwa Anambra agbagi reject, mmadụ apụta dị pronounce himself as nwa Ijo anabata ya. Ọ dịrọ possible. Igbo bụ ahịa na-ele onwe ha. We must stop bringing ourselves down, and we, the Igbo tribe, must learn how to defend our own against outsider. Even if you withdraw and then we're warning any of our son, it should not be in public. We must learn how to protect our own. And that's why I'm saying every Igbos, the people believe on Igbo race should rise up and speak on behalf of Nnamdi, because Nnamdi alone cannot do this. Nnamdi did not send himself. The job of Nnamdi is the job of Igbo traditional rulers. The job of Nnamdi is the job of Ohaneze Ndị Igbo. The job of Nnamdi is the job that those that call themselves the Igbo elders, the governors, should move And this young man is doing this without getting paid, which is just voluntarily using his money, risking his life on the bad road and the rate of kidnapping. He risked everything to do this. This is the high time our people need to shun every tribe that will Ipota in Amanyaka. And for those that are trying to put in the center of this dragon, like the Anioma as Ahaba, even Umuokoro is turned to be Urumokoro. Very anointing. These people should be ashamed of their self, because if you are not ashamed of yourself, how can you be speaking Igbo? You are answering Igbo name. A foreigner that knows nothing about you is trying to tell you that you are not Igbo man, and you are paying attention to such person. A Bini person is telling a banker the name.
Mazi, that is something that sometimes I always wonder. I always wonder how can somebody that is not from your region, that is not from you has nothing to do with him. He has different culture. He has different market days. And you have people that you have the same market days. You answer the same name. You type two rapper, you type the same rapper. Your father also put red cap. Your father has all these stuffs of Igbo culture. And at the same time, you are telling me that you has nothing to do with these people. Mazi, I'm telling you truth. That is exactly what happened, and I concur with you. The reason why this thing happened is for them to be able to take the properties of their brother without any asking question. That is why they begin to deny who they are. And today they have, Mazi, sometimes I have said this thing before, but I don't know how it sounds. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, why can't us take these 5 states and forget about all this? Let us go and suffer and just forget about all these things.
No, Mazi.
Because you can't be fighting for those people that don't want to even reason and understand that you are one people. How do you want to stay where? I don't even understand. Even though the people now that they are not speaking Igbo, like somebody like from Urobo, are now telling you he's a Biafra. Somebody from Urobo, that they have different language, dialect from our own, now telling you, but you now that speak Igbo now telling me, no, it's no go area. Mazi, you say something, please.
The reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot take the 5 states is because, for example, now, do you know that the Niger Delta, they will tell you that they are paying their youth, I think, 65,000 naira every month because the oil was found in their place. Are you aware that the whole Igbo speaking part in that Niger Delta are not receiving that amount? The only people that receive it are the non-speaking Igbos, which means they are there under the same marginalization of Ndị Igbo nọ n'agba enu. But they are now trying to use them to draw them to gain more population, because the Niger Delta believe in Niger Delta. They want to get these people so that they will meet up the requirement to become a nation, because there is a requirement for being a nation. That is why Gambia today become a nation and become as useless, because when they are not up, when you cannot have the military to become world power. There is a nation you will be, you become you can never be in the power because the limitation of your numbers. Gambia cannot have 200,000 military. They cannot have 100,000 police because of their population. Now, these people are considering this thing and also considering the land, because places like Obigbo are blessed land. Places like Ikwere are blessed land. Anioma, Ibanke, these places are well fertile land. They want to draw those places, and they want to be in charge of this river Niger. They want to draw it so that they will not tell you that you are totally landlocked. They want to claim the whole Igbos. They are not doing it to favor those Igbo people. They are doing it to punish them because they have already deceived them. That's why Oblondin Agbo Bible woe unto you that speak Igbo and deny Igbo. Because you cannot tell me that the first question you should ask yourself as an intelligent person is, when you were called Old Eastern Region, when there is no Anambra, no Enugu, no Delta, no Ebonyi, no this thing? Which language are you speaking? And how do they refer you? Do they refer you as an Igbo man, or do they refer you as an Ijaw man? When the Ahaba massacre, were they massacring you as an Ijaw non-speaking Igbo person, or do they massacre that place as an Igbo people? These are the questions you need to give to them. They need to ask themselves, why were Ahaba massacre took place? Why all these things? So I blame the part that speak Igbo, that always give a listening ear to this. Like I said before, I also blame Ndi Igbo, the Nnona, for not knowing when to say enough is enough, for not knowing when to draw a red line, for not knowing when to say, come, if you pass this place, Mazi, there is no country that become great in this world without bringing any nation down. Go and check it. For you to rise, you must bring somebody down. For you to be a king, there must somebody must go down.
Mazi, that is why we keep on hammering on religion. Because now all this thing is the reason why we are folding our hands. We are just expecting, or someday, one day, that karma will visit. People are listening the karma they said in the book of Bible. They don't know that that thing is not existing. They don't know that for karma to happen to somebody, you are the one that going to cause that karma. They don't even know about it. They think that someday, one day, something will happen to them. But you know that Gowon is still alive today. Ojukwu that he fought, that was a good man. Where is Ojukwu today? Ojukwu is gone. But Gowon is living today. You people never ask yourself why Gowon is still living today. Upon massacre, he killed more than 3.5 million people, children's. Recorded though, because when we are talking about not everything they recorded, is the one they just said they recorded. The man is still living today. Nothing happened to the man, and he's living large. Obasanjo, I want you to look the age of Obasanjo, those people that they did something together during the military, called Igbo extraction. Where are they today? Is anybody still alive? The answer is no. But Obasanjo that massacred our people in Odi is still today living, is strong enough. And you are telling me that somebody will come one day and come and fight for you people. The problem, the mess that we are into, is the religion they brought to us. Don't speak. Fold your hands. And there is another place for you to go and live. That is why we can't even react. We cannot react. We are waiting for that Messiah to come and do all these things for us. Why Fulani is there, invading our land every single day, putting fear in our people, killing and maiming souls of our people every single day, because they want to put fear in us. They want us to, whenever we speak, whenever they speak, we are going to obey them. I keep on telling people, if we can be worse than Fulani people, I will love it. Because some people don't even understand why they are afraid of America today.
No, Mazi, sorry to interrupt you. Not worse. If we can be radical.
That is what I mean. That is, yeah, thank you for correcting me that English, because you know our people. And we have to also make it clear to our people. English is not our language. And I love the way you just clear it and make the correction, because sometimes when people may turn it around and they don't want to understand what I'm saying, because they want me to everything that I'm saying to be correct. And they have forgotten that I'm not an Englishman. That if I'm using Igbo, I will know how to put it in a right form.
Exactly,
so,
man.
We are here to take any correction. Whenever we make a mistake, we are ready to take any correction, to be radical more than these people. America is world power today. The way they call them is because of they don't take, their no is no. Whenever you do anything to them, they are coming back. The Russians are not, they never invaded Russia today, is because of who they are. These people are mad. They are ready to destroy everything that comes on their way. Why China is pumping up today, people think that somebody is helping them, is because of the way they are radical. They are ready to do anything. But when you come in our own, our people in Biafra land, the representatives, they have nothing to defend themselves. That is why they went to go and form a Bubago, because they thought that Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu going to use ESN on them. And I keep on asking them, If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to use ESN on them, because that is the problem, they went to go and create all this Ebubako, thinking that we are going to force it on them. But we are just telling them, remember before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu set this thing up, he was begging them to set up something that going to protect our farmland and our bushes, forest. Why our people are still there roaming around, chasing shadow. And Fulani and the Yoruba people set up Omoteku. And as they set up Omoteku, do you know that John Nyanwodo was praising the Yoruba people by setting up Omoteku? But in his own place, nothing. It was zero, because all of them have they are living in Abuja, and that is also what they are using to hold our people down. Do you know that majority of Yorubas, they are building house in their place? Do you know? Maybe you are not going to all these prominent Yoruba people. Their houses is in Yoruba land. Our own, they will carry everything. Let us go to this. This is where business is moving. This is where after you build all your mansions, after you build all the whole markets, at the end, they will tell you nobody. Do you know the reason why all these people cannot even voice out? Because all their houses, their mansions are in Abuja. If they speak, Boko Haram will come and take it over overnight. And I pity these people. I pity them. I pity them, Mazi. Mazi, please, I want you to say something, please.
Ndewo Mazi, that is why I keep on hitting it. The problem of our people, not our people, our problems, the solution lies in our palms. The question we should be asking ourselves is, when will we get the courage to take the bull by the horn? Nnamdi issue shouldn't be taken for granted. And the time for IPOB leadership and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to revisit the Biafran territory, those that made up this Biafra. Because I keep on saying it, 1% cannot decide for 99%. The non-speaking Igbo Biafrans are the 1%, the ones that agreed, both the ones on Mazop, the ones on auto criminals, the ones on IPOB. They put them together, they are 1%. If we have at least 45, 50 to 60% of the non-Igbo Biafrans, non-Igbo speaking Biafrans, to be talking about their freedom, I will know that they are part and parcel of the quest for freedom. But they are not. That is why when we are speaking forward, they are going backward. When we are talking about referendum, they are seeking for contract. When we are talking about good governance, they are talking about Chevron have done me, Siege have done me, my fellow Ijaw person want to do me. I will not agree. You are ready to fight yourself because of peanut. Coming to the Igbo politicians, why they are not taking us for anything is because all of them don't have any property in Biafra land. Do you know that Oju's Okalu's wife was buried in America according to her wish? Now, if even their dead body can be thrown away, that is to tell you how they hate your land. Somebody of a high level Igbo man like Oju's Okalu to bury his wife outside Igbo land, bury her in America. Now, if the person have the opportunity to wipe the entire state, what will he be regretting? Nothing, because even him maybe have already weighed himself that if he die, let his children also throw his body away. Which means a lot of them have decided in that way. That is, now we know that the cost of bringing corpse back home is very high, but Oju's Okalu Kalili, such thing, he even transport it. And and you know, burying somebody else in America, here in Europe, you know, you don't own the land where you bury the person. That he will be paying either every 3 years or every year. Now he will now be taking money from Abia State.
And if you don't pay, maybe after 2 years they will go and dig out that thing and go and throw it. Unless you keep on paying, you must pay. Because here I remember one somebody that I know, they just burn the person, they put fire on that person, and after then they give them the ashes. This is how it will be more cheaper for you. But if you say you want to put somebody 6 feet, you will be keep on paying till thy kingdom come. But today
Exactly. The
he's
same
using
thing.
our estate money to pay everything.
The same thing applicable here. Once you stop paying, they will not throw the body away because there is a lot of things they need the body to be used in some practicals in their hospital. If they call you and you refuse to come, they will not give you the body. They will dig the body out and take it to hospital for experiment. They have a lot of students that want to do an experiment. They have a practical to do. They will just give the corpse to all those. Once they take the ones they after it, they will now burn it and throw it. The one they will even give you the ashes to keep. If you will pay for the light to be the everything, and if you don't pay, you can't get anything. And the day you stop paying, your children will continue to pay those debts. If not, when they will die, if they bring money for their burial, they will first subtract the old one you are owing. It's not like our place where you just dig 6 feet and bury person and you celebrate. No, everything here is money. So that's why I say, if such person is a leader in Igbo land, is the person thinking about the way forward. Is not thinking about the way forward. That is why we don't need to look at their face when we want to deal with them. And the earlier we come together to take the fight of Igbo territory, Igbo image, we will take it first before any other thing. It's better for us. The time is now, because the more we delay, the more we depreciate. I don't know if we can use the word depreciate on human being or only on goods, but I know that the language of Igbo is going down. The things we're supposed to be do is going down, Mazi. And that's why I am calling on the leadership to revisit the Biafran territory and the people who are ready to move. If our brother from Ikwere say that we are Igbos but we want to go with Niger Delta, let them decide. But the solution for all these things, I have made it when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu make a broadcast when he gave order for ESN to go to Benue State to rescue them during the Governor Autumn. I made a broadcast. I said, Mazi or Hamadike, you are making a mistake. Our Eastern Security Network shouldn't go to Benue State. There should be in our land. Let Autumn establish ESN in Benue. Let the ESN in Benue become indigenous and fight their battle. Our people have died enough. And if our people are in Benue, let them use their mouth to start calling for help. You don't give help to who don't call for help. You go and help somebody that call for help. Our brothers from Ikwere who are still passing through what we are passing through, other places, if we say them they don't want to rise up to call for help from us, then let them be. Ndị be anyị na-asị gị na ewu dị na naanị dị na n'akpụkpọ ya, meaning that mgbe ahụ ha ga-agba ha something, they will be the one calling for help. They need help. These are the things I want our people. Achọrọ m ka ndị Igbo nwee obi agụ, lion heart. When you are dealing with somebody, you will ask the person, do you want us to be one? The moment the person say no, when they cut all the person off, you let the person know your value. You are the person that will take your value up, and the others will value you. Once you bring yourself down, the people will play you football. That's why I am very angry when I will see somebody will tell me Igbo is from Israel, Igbo is from this place. All those things got me angry, to be honest. I want Igbo to come from Igbo land. Any person that will claim to be Igbo, let the person come and find us in Igbo land. And the way of our way of living should be our priority. Our priority. So we must put it first before any other thing. We must not take Igbo culture for granted. We must not take because we want these people to be and they take our part of our living out. It is not speaking good about us. That's why when I see recently all these pastors, I say, even if they want to do church, let them respect that that our own. For example, I made it as a program. I say, if a traditional ruler stand up and go church, from there he resign, the village will take him out. Put somebody who believe in tradition as a traditional ruler. You cannot see a Muslim becoming pope.
Mazi, in a okoko, is it not this idiot that was saying that if anybody did not vote Hope, who's or them about the second tenor? You don't see how the man was praying. Oh, go for if you ask him, he will tell you say he's a traditional ruler. He's what makes this man now a traditional ruler? If you ask him, he will tell you say he is a traditionalist, but he don't even know how to pray. That means that's the same thing that I'm telling our people. The fall of Aaron is in 1916 when they, introduced what they called warrant chief. All these people that they put today, they are all warrant chief. That is why they conquered us, because they left who they're supposed to be worshiping. They are now believing in foreign things that they brought to them. And you will still see some people today defending what they don't even know. You are defending what you don't know. Now castigating your own, telling us that your ancestors have fought for you to be alive. And they can decide to abort you, and you are not going to come in this life. You are left them. Begin to praise Michael and Joshua, that you don't even know who they are. You are praising Joshua. You are praising Michael. And I say, I keep on asking them, have you seen the name? You said that we are the first people. We are the mother of this earth. Then why your name is not there? Why your ancestors' name is not there? They begin to tell you that we bring light to you people. We are doing this. An accurate story. And I keep on asking them, before they brought that thing to you, what are you worshiping? Who are you praying to? Does it mean there is no way of your life? I remember when my grandmother was telling me that in their time, they are leaving their doors, everything they own, they leave it open. Because if you eventually go there and take something that don't belongs to you, and Mazi, tell me which one is better. That they will be telling you, don't judge, so that you will not be judged. So you will allow somebody to begin to store your things. And later, you will die before that person. And you are telling me now, wait, at the end, somebody will come and judge. But the way we were living before, if you go and stole anything that is not your own, if it's not your own, believe you me, you can never live to see tomorrow. Tell me now which one is the good. Tell me which one is the best. They are telling you, leave it for God to judge. But we are talking about instant judgment. If you think that we have instant judgment the way our forefathers are living, do you think that there will be corruption in our place? All this life of Oyibo people that are practicing what is a true democracy on their own by putting the law first, that is their own medicine, because they believe and abide with that law. If you commit anything against the law, you are facing the consequences direct. That is how our people are facing their own during their time. Because they don't have that court. We don't have court. We don't have a court of law. We don't have prison. In our place, we don't have prison. That is why your own is gone. Or you begin to confess. And you will go and bring all those things back. And plead. If they will accept you, they will allow you to be. If they can't, then we push you away from the community. Expel you from the community. Make you an outcast. So you can never come back there. But today, when you are telling people, they will be telling you, no, it's evil. What makes it evil? That when our great-grandfathers were doing their own things, nobody is offending nobody. You are not going to offend me, because you know that if you offend me, you are not going to see tomorrow. That is why during that time, everything was calm in our place. Now they brought a new religion. Everything we are scattered because we left who we are worshiping, begin to worship things that we don't even know where it comes from. That some people today, they are taking it upon themselves telling you that this is the way and the truth. Tell me which way and the truth, my brother. Mazi, please, I want you to use at least, let us conclude before 3 o'clock, 3 hours, please. I want you to say something, and as you're saying, you can use like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, 12 to conclude at the same time. They will Mazi.
Ndewo Mazi, in a roundup of everything we are saying here, the thing remains on the hands, on the shoulder of the leadership. The IPOB leadership have a role to play here in terms of retreating of Nnamdi from the Ijaw concerned youth with the name, the statement they make that according to them, they use the word proscribed IPOB, that Nnamdi is allied or associating with the proscribed group, and they have nothing to do with such people. Of course, I know that maybe it's one or two people might say that, but I want the Ijaw people, most especially those that are part of what we are doing, to speak to their people to withdraw that statement, because it's not speaking good about them. They must not keep themselves or make themselves a willing tools for the Fulanis to use them to enter themselves, to condemn them, because the Fulani are working very hard to use any group to put hatred, using any group that prostrate hatred on Igbo. The Fulani will enter them to use them to fight Igbo people. End of the day, they will be destroyed while the Igbos are there. And the Ijaw must know that without the Igbos, the Ijaw will not be existing today. The Fulani could have run them overnight. The reason why they are still leaving them is the fear of the Igbos, because the Ijaws cannot withstand the Fulani's power fires. Secondly, after making that statement, the leadership should caution them. IPOB leadership should caution them, and they know how to go about it. And coming to the issue of Nnamdi, a threat to Nnamdi is a threat to entire Igbo. If anything happened to Nnamdi, something have happened to the whole Igbo. Nnamdi head worth millions of Benis. Only Nnamdi head worth millions of any other tribe.
But Mazi, before you continue, do you think if anything happens to Nnamdi, do you think that those people, so-called Igbo representatives, do you think they would do anything? Do you think? Do you think they are going to? If they would do anything, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is he not in DSS dungeon? Have they not discharged him? But he's still there. What they are coming out to tell us to stop sit at home. The sit at home that our people made up their mind because of their leader, sitting at home voluntarily. You are forcing them to come out. You are pushing them to come out. You never tell them how the man will be out. Now the man in DSS dungeon, because they want to test his power. The man have spoken and everything have ended. Have they speak? How is he going to be out? Have they speak about it? The answer is no. Mas, I want you to continue, because our people are so cowardized. They don't know. They know nothing.
Like I always say here, which I have repeated about 3 or 4 times, that you don't need to tell them to do something. We will force them to do it. God forbid, nothing will happen to Nnamdi. They never born the person well. Mazi, adim gentle n'anya, but enwere some certain things. Europe be ejim. And then nọkata, at times I thank God say anọrọ m na bany. Either na nwugo or a lot.
Exactly, Mazi, I'm saying this.
A lot.
Sometimes when I'm telling people, on a Biafra land, probably by now, maybe I believe in me, I will not be alive. Because exactly. Me, I'm ready to do things that, even though maybe I will go and cause it, so all of us will be at the same time, we are going to be gone. You understand? So,
like me, I don't beg people. If I bring issue before you, you neglect it. If that thing happen, I know how to draw your attention by fire, by force. I know what to do. You will, that thing that you don't want to talk about, I will force you to talk about it. Because I know, heaven bear me witness. In Nolona Bany, and where some certain people's nkap go n'ụzọ, either na ha bụ ma mgbuo ha. That is my life. Ndị mma m ga-agwa gị, ọ bụ na onwego ka unu ji check background check on me. Ha ga-agwa gị na onye a ọ bụrụkwa onye gị na ya ga-anọ na-akọ ibu ewu ibu atụrụ. Amụtara m ya ọfụ ka ya struggle a bụ ihe kụziwelu m those things. Ihe mmụta bụ ịkpọ m ewu ntọnọ mma gị aka ntị, ịma m aka ntị, amala ọkpụ m na-agọ ya ike. That is my life. So Nnamdi, I am ajọ chewa ọha na eze ndị Igbo to do anything. I can guarantee Nnamdi that not the well or the assurance cover him. If the leadership of Ndi Igbo, not IPOB, neglect this, believe you me, I MAP will not neglect it. Because on we go then the record on that. All ya will opportunity iju banye some slay maka ha watch ya. And not only that, this is the right time the so-called Igbo elderly statesmen should redirect their steps and they call those that represent them to order and always put Igbos first. Igbos first. So we must take the threat on Nnamdi very serious and they treat it as a serious case. That case is a very serious matter and we must push it to every level. And I think if care is not taken, I want this message is for the leadership of IPOB. This case of Nnamdi and this letter the Yoruba people write is not an IPOB fight. It's not an IPOB fight. This is Igbo fight. We must take out the non-Igbo Biafrans out of it and we will fight it as Igbo fight. That is the only way we will redeem our image before every other persons. To round it up, I am calling on every reasonable Igbo bloggers, and I will mention them, please permit me, not in a bad this thing. Those that said that they don't want to join Mazi Nnamdi because Mazi Nnamdi is not championing the Igbo race. Person like Onowu Igbo TV always say that if Mazi Nnamdi champion Igbo, he will join. Now, that Igbo you love so much, that Igbo you are hungry to protect, some people are trying to damage that Igbo name by writing letters, using novels to call you an invader and troublemakers. You must not turn a blind eye on this. This is where I expect people like you to speak up. And also our respected brother, Nnatu, who is also doing well. This is places you people need to take up this case. Igbo Gist broadcaster, you are also using Igbo, promoting Igbo, and the other Igbo people, those that love Igbo name. This is where you put up fight. It's not IPOB fight. It's Igbo fight to protect your image and protect yourself. So I am personally calling you people out. The leadership did not send me on this. This is what I think I can do on my own. I am calling you people to go and fight for that Igbo name you people believe in. I am fighting for IPOB and I want to see you people fight for Igbo name. I also fight for Igbo because I'm Igbo. So this message is for you people. Why I mention that few name is because they are the people who carry the Igbo name on the head. And I want them to prove to the world that they really love Igbo. Call the people that you have connection with on every political or every government parastatals. Draw their attention. Use your connection. Draw their attention as you believe in one Nigeria. Draw their attention to use that your one Nigerianism to stop these things now. Because if IPOB take it upon themselves, we will not want you to come and tell us how to do it. So that's how it should be done. Start doing it now. so that we will see you are doing it. If we are to support you, we support you. Because if you fail on your own, when we start, your idea and your opinion won't count, no matter to us, because you have failed yourself. That is my humble opinion. And on this note, I greet the leader of IPOB, whom I call Ikukuana Afuanya, the breeze that you can see, in the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and the Directorate of State led by Mazi Chika Edoziem. I salute you all and every IPOB principal officers and the media warriors and the Eastern Security Network. I salute you all and never forgotten the leadership, the legal team led by Chief Mike Ezekome and the Erodad Barrister Fanye Juofo. I salute you all for all your efforts towards this Biafra restoration, and every one of you, every media warrior who have contributed in one way or the other. I salute you all and maximum respect for every one of us. To you, Mazi Okechukwu, I greet you for your great work you are doing. It's only a blind and deaf and dumb human being will say he or she don't see your effort towards this Biafra restoration. Your work speak for itself. And I must tell you, remember, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not out and Biafra is not restored, any day you resign, you will have me to contend with. Whether you resign with any reason, anybody will say, Mazi, don't come after you, that I will listen to. I will come after you because Ikoso did not resign. He died because he believed in the freedom of his people. And so many other people, most especially Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lost his parents. He never resigned. So I don't want to hear, I am tired. Mazi Achebe said that Biafran child is stupid. For that, you are resigning. You will have me to contend with. Why I am saying it in your platform, in your presence, so that you will not hear it as a gossip. I say so, and you know me. Nkwo ngeme, I will do what I say. So don't ever think of resigning. If I am AP, my name will be mentioned on Radio Biafra, and I swallow everything. I still tender apology, and I am here today talking about Biafra without thinking about what autopilot will say. Mazi, what is that thing that a fellow comrade will tell you that will make you to resign? Abandon your leader in the prison. Abandon your freedom in the prison. It is a slap on any person that does that. And I see the person as a weakling and a betrayer and somebody that have sold his conscience for just a peanut. Thank you, Mazi, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mazi Paul Achebe. I want you to hold here because I won't waste time, at least 5 minutes, because I want to respond to you on this thing that you just said. Mazi Paul Achebe, I'm telling you this, and I want you to also take record of this that I'm going to say now. I've been saying this time without number, but some people don't understand what I'm saying. I have come beside, I don't come on this Biafran restoration project. It does not matter how many people are watching us. Mazi, I keep on saying this. Let me say this once again so every one of you will understand. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out today as the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, and he feel that he's weak, that he want to, relax because, this fight, Mazi, we are going to continue. We are going to continue. There is no need of stopping for what? Mazi, we have already chosen the path. Only thing they can do for me, or only thing they can use to hold me is like, Oga, you are not going to come in that contraption. Or are we going to continue? That time is the time we are going to, apply everything that we need to be able, either we get Biafra, or that thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, we are going to turn everything to Somalia, the whole zoo. We are going to do it because we are already dead people walking. So do you think that I'm going to back an inch in what I believe, that what I have, people have died in this struggle. People have already given their life. Some people are motherless baby. Some people are fatherless, motherless, childless, and they'll tell me to back down on this issue. Why Onyendu is still in GSS dungeon? Mazi is only cowardice. It's only cowardice cannot take the heat. If you take the heat, that is where people will know that you're a strong person. Mazi, I'm still telling you, on this Biafran restoration project, we don't come to say we don't come. And there is no way we are going to go back on this. We have already crossing the Rubicon, and we must keep on preaching this gospel of redemption, gospel of freedom of our people. Like I always tell my people, we're already in Exodus, the movement of Biafran people. We will keep on pushing till Biafra is totally restored and beyond. And when we say beyond, that is when we are going to start building Biafra. Because Biafra is a nation that is not going to end on building infrastructure, making things better for our people. That is why you see the restoration of Biafra can never stop. It will keep on going. It will keep on going till we get to that standard. But I know before we get to that normal standard that we want the world to know, probably by that time we are going to be a very old people. We are going to be telling people the story. Maz, I thank you very much for being here today in Biafran Television, Channel 1, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And I also salute the leadership. The doors are wise. And the man in charge is Mazi Chike Dosiem. I salute him so much. We are here to support them. We are not coming here to gossip. I'm not a gossip person, but I'm facing reality. That is why I will keep on preaching this. Mazi Paul Achebe, thank you very much for your courage and your standing fame on this Biafran restoration project. I salute you all, our audience. From me, from here, we call it good evening. Till we see again. Thank you, Mushineke.